Centuries before the conception of computers, algorithms, silicon chips or machine learning, human beings were already pondering the idea of artificial intelligence. Though the term AI is a modern invention, the concept of machines or beings that mimic human thought and action has plenty of examples in mythology, historical literature and early mechanical engineering. From talking disembodied heads to mechanical birds, the ancient and medieval world is full of surprises that resemble today's ideas about intelligent machines. So let's look at some of them. One of the oldest examples is Talos, the giant bronze guardian from Greek mythology. Forged by the god Hephaestus, Talos was said to patrol the shores of Crete, defending it by hurling boulders at invaders and heating his metal body to burn enemies. Mythologically, he was powered by Ichor, the lifeblood of the gods, flowing through a single vein. While Talos was clearly mythical, he represents a remarkably early vision of a robot, an artificial protector with semi-autonomous behaviour. Although Talos was not intelligent in the modern sense, his existence in myth suggests the human fascination with artificial life goes back thousands of years. The Greek god Hephaestus, who built Talos, was also said to have created a pair of golden handmaidens to assist him in his forge. These humanoid figures could move, speak and assist with complex tasks. Again, while mythological, they reveal a fascination with the idea of artificial helpers, machines not just for labour but for companionship and interaction. So these auric assistants bear a conceptual resemblance to today's technology, despite only existing in early folkloric imagination. A more philosophical example comes from ancient China, in the form of a tale about an engineer called Yan Shi. According to the Taoist text Lie Zi, Yan presented the Chinese king with a fully functional humanoid automaton capable of walking, speaking, singing and mimicking human expressions. The story likely served as an allegory for the dichotomy of natural and artificial creation, but the mechanical man it described anticipated many modern ideas about robotics. Though largely created as a fictional parable, it shows how the idea of artificial humans transcended cultures and eras. And so is the case again with our next example, but some creations, however, are not entirely fictional. In the Islamic Golden Age, the 12th century engineer Ismail al-Jazari designed and built intricate mechanical devices, many of which survive in manuscripts today. Among them, intriguingly, were automata shaped like humans, a hand-washing servant who poured water, offered a towel, and even returned to position, as well as a mechanical band of musicians powered by water. These devices did not think or adapt, but they were programmable and demonstrated astonishing complexity for their time. Al-Jazari's work, therefore, are some of the earliest documented examples of mechanical automation in human history. Another semi-historical example comes from ancient Greece again, with Archytas's mechanical bird. This invention, described by later Roman sources, was said to be powered by steam or compressed air and capable of flight. While no physical evidence survives, it is plausible that some form of primitive automated bird did exist. And while they were not intelligent, such inventions helped lay the groundwork for thinking about artificial motion, an essential step towards artificial intelligence. In medieval Europe and its fascination with alchemy, the figure of the brazen head appears in legends involving Roger Bacon and Albertus Magnus. The talking head, made of brass or bronze, supposedly delivered prophecies or answered complex questions. Although thought to be entirely legendary, it symbolised the medieval longing to create artificial wisdom. These stories from the Middle Ages suggest an early awareness of the challenges of communication, knowledge and artificial speech, areas that are now an essential component of modern AI. Jewish folklore from what is now the Czech Republic provides the story of the golem, a clay creature brought to life by Rabbi Loew of Prague, using ancient sacred words and rabbinical magic. The fearsome creature was said to have served as a protector of the persecuted Jewish people, acting under instruction but often lacking true understanding. The golem legend raises questions about obedience, autonomy and the potential danger of artificial creation, many of the same ethical issues now debated in relation to modern AI and robotics. This is particularly the case around the use of AI in guiding weaponry or selecting targets. In addition, Prague also has an automaton you can literally see in action, the famous astronomical clock with its mechanical figures. Finally, there is another monster, Frankenstein's monster, born from Mary Shelley's imagination in 1818. Constructed of cadaverous flesh rather than mechanical, Frankenstein's monster is arguably the first literary exploration of synthetic life created through science. In the story, which has the full title Frankenstein or the Modern Prometheus, the wretched creature is self-aware, capable of learning, and deeply philosophical about his own existence. Shelley's novel is a warning about the consequences of unchecked ambition and the moral responsibilities of creators, in short, playing God. This is an issue that continues to haunt AI ethics today. Will artificial intelligence one day turn on its master, just as the creature did in Shelley's historic horror classic? Now, while none of these ancient or legendary creations were truly intelligent by modern standards, they each crystallise a longing to create thinking beings and a concern about the implications of doing so. In short, they remind us that artificial intelligence is not just a technological development, but a continuation of an age-old human dream to replicate, enhance, or surpass the mind itself. And many of them remind us of the very real dangers this new technological dawn could bring, particularly as we don't really know what the mind or consciousness are. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and most importantly subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description or via YouTube Super Thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.